Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is September 23rd, and right now we are looking at the mid-level water vapor loop. You can clearly see our upper level low just now starting to ramp up. It's bringing some thunderstorm activity right to the offshore waters here. That should start to push on as we go through the day today across some of the coastal areas. We'll take a look at the latest on that. We'll take a look at what this upper level low is going to do, because it's going to be spinning with us here for a while. So it's going to like a top kind of lost out here. It doesn't really have a big steering mechanism as the jet stream is much farther to the north. It'll be spinning with us as we go through this weekend and on into early portions of next week before another frontal system starts to roll towards the west coast of North America. That'll eventually kick that off to the east. We've also got Hurricane Narda down here as well, and this is going to keep moving off to the west, but then maybe turn back north a little bit here, maybe back to the north and east. We'll take a look at those details here also as we go through the video here this morning. So taking a look at where we are, let's scroll all the way back through tomorrow, or actually yesterday morning, and go back and pass and kind of see that. We'll look at the Doppler radar and overlay that here as well. And you can see as we went through the morning hours, we had some of that precipitation moving across from Southern California, had a few lightning strikes just right on the border there. And as we went through the day, another couple strikes there. You can see right there, San Diego County, Mexico border again. And then you see some of this clouds streaming over the area. And then you can kind of see how things start to go from southeast to northwest. And you can see a few lightning strikes just off of Point Conception there as we went through the very early morning hours. And here we go out towards this morning. And you can see some of those thunderstorms kind of round in this upper level low. Still some lightning strikes going as we speak. And that's going to start to push inland as we go through the day today. Now, lightning strikes last 24 hours. This is just recent stuff out here, and this was what was going on during the day yesterday. Now, if you guys wanted a lightning detection system at your own place of residence, this thing is very fun. It tells you how far the lightning is away from your home. It's got an ultrasonic anemometer, haptic rain gauge, stores all the data for you in the cloud. Highly recommend this weather station. It only takes them a few days to ship it, and you can have it ready to go for the fall and the winter seasons. Now, taking a look at the weather station, you see somebody has one in Catalina Island out there. I'm not sure which island exactly that is. It might be just a misplacement. It might be on San Clemente Island there. Who knows? But yeah, a lot of stations along the typical metro areas there, and hopefully we can continue to fill in some of these gaps out here. You can see as we go across some of Highway 33 and I-5, there are some places that are pretty open. Now, take a look at Narda out there. It is Hurricane Narda, and it is scheduled to be a hurricane here all the way on in through Saturday, and then as it starts to make its turn north, it should start to weaken at that point. This is no threat to the Southwest USA or California as far as wind or waves is concerned as of right now. Maybe some of that moisture will start to move back to the north and east. You can kind of see that turn late in the period here now starting to show up in some of the models on the ATCF guidance. Now, this is a raw temperature data there at 18,000 feet. You can see the Gulf of Alaska trough out here. You see our upper level low, and there's California right here where I'm circling with the green circle, and the Hawaiian Islands to the bottom left. If I put this into motion, you'll notice something with Narda down there. Notice how the core is warm core storm, and that's a tropical system out there. Big heat transfer process going on with that upper level low. Cold core axis here with this upper level low. And then that's going to be with us here as we go on in towards the end of the week and on in through the early portion of the weekend. You see that upper level low just spinning, and you notice as this cold air comes along, it finally starts to nudge and push that system off to the east as we go on, and probably as we go through the day Sunday and Sunday night, that'll eventually start to push off. But we've also got another frontal system that's been showing up here in the models as we go through Sunday night, starting to approach the west coast. This could bring some rainfall across some portions of Northern California, perhaps as far south as the Bay Area and some of the Sierra Nevada. We'll look at those details here in a moment as well. And you can also see Narda kind of make that turn back to the north and east a little bit there at the very end of the run. Now, lightning flash density potential, let's put this into motion. This is the next 48 hours. And the first lightning strikes start to show up overland right about there. This is about this evening. That's about 9 o'clock here this evening or so. And it does show this coming across with the overnight hours into the early morning hours, moving up the central coast, Monterey County, up towards the Bay Area here as we go through the day tomorrow. I mean, her favors some lightning strikes over the Bay Area and some of the northern San Joaquin Valley, maybe up into the Sacramento Valley here as we go on in through Thursday morning. And then another round comes across as we go through very early Thursday morning as well. So if I replay that again, you can kind of see the progress of that. And then this upper level low will be with us for the next few days. I'll show you more on that here in a moment. starting now, actually. Look at the European model. So 6-hour precipitation. We'll scroll through here. Pretty similar stuff to what the high resolution model was showing. Again, coastal range up towards the Bay Area as we go through the day on Wednesday. And again, a couple of rounds of thunderstorms possible. Maybe even towards Sacramento, Modesto there, the Sierra Nevada getting some thunderstorm activity as you go through Thursday afternoon. And then we go through Friday afternoon. Let's see what happens on Friday. Upper level low still around. Friday, a little bit of an off day. But as we go through Saturday, you can kind of see this upper level low with us starts to bring some of this precipitation back towards Southern California, peninsular range, and for some of the transverse range, some of the desert areas can get some thunderstorms, maybe even off into the foothills there. And as we go on in through Sunday, yet again with that thunderstorm activity, so we'll have to watch that closely as well. Could still be impacting much of the state of Southern California there, and a lot of the Sierra Nevada, as you can see. Now, wider view of things here, looking at precipitable water anomaly, again, our upper level low right there, bringing up some of that tropical moisture up across the region. You can clearly see it shunting that up across some of the central coast, pulling it up towards the Bay Area. And then you see the spin in the atmosphere. It's going to be with us as we go through Friday. It looks like it's going to kick out of there, but nope, it's going to sit with us here as we go through the weekend, and then finally start to get shunted off by this next frontal system there. And there's Narda at the very end of its run, kind of making that northeast turn. Now, upper level of the atmosphere, 18,000 feet, 500 millibars. This is an artificial intelligence, so this will allow us to take a look at the extended forecast a bit. And our upper level low just with us sitting and spinning right across the region, and then this next trough kicks it out. This is the one that's going to usher things out. That's what can shunt that tropical and any monsoon moisture off to the east with it. And that one may pack a punch with it as well and bring some precipitation of its own, or first, not our first, but an early Pacific storm frontal system moving towards the west coast here. But it's still a little ways off into the forecast here as we go through the day. On Monday, that would be right there, and then Tuesday that is kicking through. So we'll be watching that right now. But looking at total precipitation in inches, we scroll through there's the upper level low spinning this precipitation across the region as it's with us through this weekend. You can kind of see bumping up some of these totals across the higher terrain. But look at as we go on in through the day. There's Sunday night, there's Monday morning, Monday late morning, Monday afternoon. We go through Monday night, and you can see some of this precipitation coming all the way down towards some of the coastal areas, the central coast, and some bigger amounts across the Sierra Nevada, the Klamath Range, coastal ranges here, and up towards the Cascades of Oregon, as this frontal system is fairly robust on the artificial intelligence. So maybe a big pattern change coming up there. Something interesting to watch over the next few days, no doubt. And even I ran the snow here, 10-to-1 snow ratio. Check it out as you go on in through Monday afternoon, Monday night. Shows some snow flying for the higher Sierra Nevada. We're not expecting big impacts out of this, and there's still a lot to work out with the forecast at this range, but kind of nice to see. Looking at the European, let's see what it says for lightning potential. So it shows this coming on this afternoon, the potential even down towards maybe Los Angeles County. Very slight chance, but better chances across Ventura. The better chances you go north across some of the San Luis Obispo and Monterey County as we go on in through Wednesday. Again, some of the Bay Area, the San Joaquin Valley, maybe up towards Sacramento, could be getting some thunderstorm activity. And as we go through Saturday, you can kind of see this instability will still be around as the upper level low is spinning across the area. Now, 6 to 10 day, you got the above normal signal here. Take that with a grain of salt, just kind of showing this to be consistent. And then we get the 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook above normal signal there. We'll see how that turns out as well. And this is the Patreon page. This is independent of any of the YouTube page stuff. It's a great place to donate some of your hard-earned money if you want to help support the channel. Any creator that is on Patreon, they keep about 88 to 90% of what you contribute. It's not so much with other sites. But yeah, anyway, there's our upper level low here. Eyes on the sky today across some of southern central California, and over the next few days this upper level low will be with us and probably have a few surprises for us as well. So we'll check everything again tomorrow. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. Click like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys then.